Welcome everybody, it's tractorchute here for another game of StarCraft 2. Got a couple diamond level players on board. In the lower right hand corner, it is the red Protoss. It is HotFireStrat playing for team SODMG. In the upper left hand corner, it is our Zerg man. He is SKYTOSS for GGK. A little bit odd, he's got the name SKYTOSS with the Zerg, but quite fine. Maybe we'll see some Muta Bloodlord Corruptor combo, who knows. Let's start ourselves off with a good old production tab. We will find out the timing. SKYTOSS places down his spawning pool. There goes a good old pylon at the entryway for HotFireStrat. HotFireStrat's going to scout across the map. At the same time, Overlord's going to make his way across the map too. And more obviously in the higher level leagues, we are probably going to see ourselves with a hatch first, which is going to be pretty typical. But we'll soon find out here. There he is droning up. Opponent in the meantime there, he's got just the pylon down so far. And he will sit on it for a little bit here and determine what he wants to do to start his build out. And remember, Friday challenge is coming up here where you must build yourself Hydralisk with the combination of either a Bloodlord or an Ultralisk. You may build a Zealot with the combination of either a Tempest or a Carrier. And if you are going to be the Terran, you can build yourself a Marauder with the combination of a Battlecruiser or a Thor. Once again, I did put up a replay a couple days ago where the guy went pure Hydralisk, Jaw Triple there. He was doing the challenge. He actually labeled it in the email as well. So I did overlook that accidentally when I loaded up the map, had it in the wrong folder. So I do apologize, but I will get that video scored on Friday, so it will definitely hit the leaderboard. So it should be very interesting to see the scoring on that video. It was a very good video with a lot of Niduses, so made for a very good game there. Does look like he did delay that natural, and it forced his opponent to put it into the location of his third. In the meantime there, he also put down a pylon as well to really get that thing delayed there. And Overlords are going to fly across the map here. We do get the good old gateway finishing up at the same time with the double gas, going fairly heavy gas nice and early. Very well done there, my good man. Spawning pool just starting now, so definitely a very late spawning pool. And in the meantime there, we do have the drone also going to come across the map to do some scouting. Is just going to chase the probe across the map. Probe will lead it right back to base. Of course, it's a cross spawn only map. I believe Aquilon Waste is the name of it. And there goes our cyber core. So fairly decent wall off at the entryway there. And it does look like the probe is going to turn back around as it realizes the drone has left. So drone heads back to base there. He's going to go to work on this pylon. Try and get rid of it so he can get himself a third down. The spawning pool is still slowly finishing up here. And do we not have any queens on the map? Do not have any queens as of yet. SKYTOSS is very confused playing as the Zerg. Go figure. I bet you, I'd almost promise you, he could be a Protoss player. But either way, I'm pretty sure he's fairly decent considering that he is a diamond level player. I'm pretty sure he knows what he's doing here. But either way there, does not have any queens out. Is go hatch first and is still chasing that probe, who's being a little bit annoying. Probably going to pull maybe two more drones off his line or something here to get rid of that pylon. Or he might just wait for some dogs to come out here. There we go, dogs will start to come out. And in the meantime, their full wall off is out as the Zealot is there. And probe does look like he wants to expand. So it does look like Protoss is going to get himself out in expansion nice and early as well here. If you take a look at his vision here, he does know that third is there, so very well done there. And he will continue to go to work on this pylon, try and finish off with a couple dogs. Over here, we do see that we are going into some sort of a gas build here, as we do have two gases going down. And up here, it does look like the double gases are only being mined at 2-2, so he was not planning on going in with any sort of a heavy gas build. And we will get a sentry. Getting out sentries nice and early against Zerg is always a good build. We are 5 minutes in, but either way, if you don't have any units on the field as the opponent of a Zerg, then you are definitely safer to get that sentry out just so you can get those force fields off to prevent any sort of harassment there. It'll definitely help you overcome the odds, I will say. And we are going to get two dogs that are going to move their way across the map here. The third did finally go down there, so we are working on 3 base for our Zerg. And we'll work off the just 2 base for our Protoss, which is quite fine. So he'll go to work on a little bit of long distance mining. Those dogs are going to get in there. Pylon's going down. He's starting to wall off. Mothership core is coming down to chase those dogs. It'll do a good job of getting rid of that. Very well done there. If we take a look here, HotFireStrat. Not entirely sure what he's doing. We are 6 minutes in here. He's got 1 gateway down. And he's getting warp gate technology and expansion. I don't know, is that normal for Diamond there to have 1 expansion and only 1 gate at the 6.5 minute mark? Who knows? Well, it really depends on what type of build he's going. Maybe he's got a super special plan, but right now it just looks like a 3 gate so far. In the meantime, his good man on the Zerg side here. Let's go take a look at what he's doing down here. He has spawning pool still. Hatchery finishing up. And going to get down the gas. But he is doing some creep spread, so I will say that. Very impressive there. The Dawgs have a little bit of map vision in the very middle there, so they're both going to stand right there so you can see both pass. And there we are. We are going to go right into 4-gate technology. Nothing out of the ordinary so far. And he is continuing to probe himself up here. No gas on the expansion here, so definitely not going with the gas heavy. Looks like it's probably going to be a gateway unit build more than likely with the lack of gas so far here. If we take a look way over here as we scroll across the map, while my mouse gets stuck on the side of the screen there, we will scroll way over here and still take a look here. It does look like double Evo. Yes, it is. And we do have layer technology, so we might be going pure Muta. As predicted with SKYTOSS, maybe that means he builds all air units for every race. Who knows? But I can almost predict the Spire is going to come down pretty soon. We'll leave the Proto tab up and see if that prediction comes true. And there we go. The 4-gate has finished up here. He does have 1 sentry going to work on the Overlord. 2 more, 3 more. Wow, he's got 4 sentries on the map. So he's got himself 4 sentries. Zealot. This is actually Infestation. Pity has proved me wrong. Alright, SKYTOSS. You got me on the edge of my seat. I'm curious now. Nothing overly interesting in the build at the other end out of here at a HotFireStrat other than the 4-gate, so I'm more curious what you're going to do here. But he is actually going pure sentry. So you do have my curiosity, my good man. Both these guys have my curiosity. Now we got pure sentry with the Zealot going here. There's the range going down. Nidus Canal as well. God, I love Nidus Canals here. I'm very keen now to see what SKYTOSS has in plan here. And these sentries are going to go back for. Okay, there we go. We're getting Zealots. I thought he was going with some sort of funny build with a ton of sentries, but apparently not. That's a fairly normal count on sentries, is it not? 8? There you go. 8 are going to move across the map. They're going to stop, kill that dog. Mothership Core gets 1 shot off, leaves that dog alone. It's going to come across here. Creep spread was looking pretty good. Couple spine cards on the outside as well here. A little bit of a drone transfer. Here we go. He's going to sneak his way right in there, but not enough room there to sneak by those spine cards. So he will either be forced to take him down or go by him. He is just going to walk right by him. Very well done there. And those queens, I don't know if they're going to be enough. Very good. Force fields. Very well done, son. I do like to see that at a HotFireStrat. He might actually get himself a nice little hatchery kill before he can get those queens out here. By the way, he might actually be able to take those queens down. Lays down a few more force fields if he does need to move further ahead. So very well done there, taking out the 3rd HotFireStrat, looking good. Mass recall to finish that baby up. Did the damage. He left the drones alone. A little bit surprising. Could have took them out. But at the same time here, it does look like Nidus is going to go on the side of the base. This is another one of those maps where I swear they leave the corner of these bases just perfectly so you can get those sneaky little things in there. So it does look like we are going to load this baby up with Dawgs. And Dawgs are going to come in here. And he's got the whole army with that mass recall. Is going to save his ass. Very well done there. That was a pretty good strategy, taking out that hatchery, then going right to mass recall. Only thing he could have done better was take out those drones at the other end. But either way, he is going to find this. Obviously knew where it was right away. So we'll take out that Nidus Canal. So that plan gets thwarted. Does end up taking out the last dog in this mineral line. And Hiccup is still working on gateways. And we are going to the double forge. But we do have a robo as well in the field here. And it does look like it is going to be our good old Swarm Host down here. Swarm Host will be the choice here, so very interesting. He's going with a high-end unit here. Does get his 3rd backup, of course. And outside of that, we do not have any hive yet as of yet, so it definitely looks like it is good to go into a Swarm Host. Maybe straight Swarm Host. Who knows here? It could go Swarm Host / Dog. Might want to combine it with a little bit of Hydralisk or something like that. I would have to imagine it might come down pretty quick here as well. So we're getting some fairly good creep spread here as he has moved almost to the halfway point of the map here. Does get his 1 dog back there, and we're ready to move back out, but we're going to knock down the rock wall first to protect our 3rd. As Protoss has macroed himself back up to the same amount of bases as Zerg, and you never want to be on that when you are Zerg. I always want to be up 1 base. Are going to send across these swarm walls. They're going to sit in the middle of the map, try and keep a little bit of map control here. And we do have some stalkers. We are still sticking straight gateways. Do have a Twilight countdown. Nothing out of the robo as of yet. Might have an observer out. Yes, he does. So did use it for an observer. And what are we going to go? I would have to imagine Zealot Legs and Blink would have to come if he's going straight with the good old gateway units. But gateway units do not get along with swarm hosts very well, but they do when they have an observer with them. So the observer will help them out here. So we'll force those swarm hosts to unburrow and get out of there. Is going to go up onto the high ground, work his way around inside the base here, which will maneuver around those spine cars. Queens are kind of ready here. Swarm hosts have planted themselves down. He's going to start pushing. He's going to go at these queens here. Puts the guardian shield. Forces field to the queens here. So we'll get some free queen kills. So very well done there. Swarm hosts need to start spitting out their little broodlings here. but they're not doing so as of yet. And there's the good old observer. There they go. They are recharged. They spit out their little units there. Dawgs are on the map as well there. He's going to run his way back in here, try and get another hatchery kill. Fort Fields does the plan there. Do go down there. So very well done one more time. Very good idea by him here. He's looking pretty decent with those force fields. So we'll get another hatchery kill. Not too sure if he's going to mass recall one more time here. Is he? He is going to. Yes, he will. So he has a plan. Killed it. Mass recalls, but at the same time there did get attacked down here, but a little bit here. But does fend that off. I do believe he was getting attacked, or that was the mass recall that blinks on the map. So he is going to elect to get into Colossi. Very smart when you see the swarm host. And double robo for those Colossi. So very good counter. He is definitely using everything he sees out of his Zerg, and he's countering it accordingly here. And yes, it is going to be a very heavy swarm host build here. We do have a lot more swarm hosts on the map. Have 10 altogether. Take a look at the army count. Is 10 swarm hosts, 39 dogs, the 8 sentry, 6 stalkers, and 8 zealots, with of course the 1 observer here. So the third is nicely saturated now. Got 3 base moving really good here. Swarm hosts get themselves a little bit closer to the base this time here. They're going to go to work here. They should be able to knock down that rock wall, or they're actually going to go right for the natural. So we are going to pump them up to the natural here, see what kind of damage we can do. They're going to get in on this wall of gateways here and just start going to work here. Just about got those Colossi out, so they will definitely help once they come out here. Force fields try to go down, but all those Swarmos are going to end up getting through. Finally, the Colossi come out here, so they're going to go to work here. Once he gets the 4 of them out, they should easily be able to at least keep these Swarmos at bay here. Force fields do disintegrate here. More of these coming in here. These can be overly annoying once you get that Swarmos count up here. Still sitting on 10 though. We take a look at the good old production tab. Got another one come down. We're getting our 2-2 upgrades here. And we are also going with some Blink Stalker, it looks like. So very good upgrade there. And we are going to take down the rock wall. So we are getting a double-pronged attack. He is ready on both ends. Bunch of cannons going down. Bunch of gateways. Gets the full wall off there. Looking pretty good on his walls. And he's really got to pay attention here. It is back and forth with all these swarm balls on one side. Dawgs on the other side. They're going to try to finish off the other one so they can get much more room to get in there. So very well done there. Cat is not quite close enough to attack. Does get his 4th down at the same time. I guess it's his 3rd now. He hasn't rebuilt the 3rd over here. As these drones just sitting around here, not too sure if he realizes paying more attention at this end, I'd have to imagine. Takes out the pylon down, power the 1 gateway. And of course those Colossi in the back will easily do enough damage there. And is continuing to get some more Colossi out. So very well done there. That will give him a 5th and 6th Colossi. There comes some more Swarmos coming up here. Dawgs are almost ready at the other end to attack that base. So it does look like SKYTOSS might be able to put enough pressure on here, as he has really got the double-pronged attack, which is getting very annoying for his opponent here. And he is continuing to send out these disposable units and basically force our HotFireStrat to stay at the top here. And there he goes. He is actually going to kill his own gateway. There you go. He helped you out by killing the unpowered gateway. And I think he's ready to start pushing. He's had enough of this. He's got to go start working on those swarm hosts there. Doesn't want to continue to kill those units here. And there we are. Another little hatch comes out here. And they will go to work with, of course, those Colossus will easily melt those down. Does force him to retreat. So he is going to have to get out of there very, very fast. As this is not going to be very good for him if he does allow these Protoss units to... oh no, that's not going to be good there. This could be a lot of trouble. He's going to get one more hatch. Will unburrow one more time, so very well done there. He's trying to get as far back as he can here. They do get some stalker kills, do force the army back, so very good move by SKYTOSS there. It was a very good burrow to at least get one more hatch out to force his opponent back so he doesn't push too hard here. And he will burrow one more time, get them to recharge. Should have enough time here, but does end up losing one of them. Doesn't get another hatch off, but they retreat just in time there. So very well done there. Does have 18 on the field now. 18, that's going to be tough to deal with for him here. But at the same time, he does have 7 of his Colossi here, so that definitely will help. Of course, they do have the upgrade now, so very well done there. I do believe they have the upgrade. Yes, they do. So very well done there. 12 more on the way. Wowzer, he's going to have 30 of these Swarmos on the field here. So there's going to be a ton of locusts we see coming out here. And he will just continue to go to work on here. Very well done. And he will need to get unburrowed now, or he will be in a lot of trouble. Not too sure why he's not attacking those swarm hosts here. He has them without the hatch. Oh, he is going to... I don't know if he's going to try and go right for a base race, leave his army here, as he did leave the swarm host alone. And he is going to push around the other side. Does get some moving swarm hosts, so he gets a couple free kills there. And they're just going to continue to go to work. This might turn into a base race, as he's allowed everything to get into his base here. And he's stopped. Alright, HotFireStrat. What is he doing? Has he given up, or he's going back? He's trying to warp in here. Okay, fair enough here. Don't know if it's going to be enough. There's a lot of dogs and a lot of locusts on the field here. With the Nidus Canal that's going down here, that will end up taking out the 4th base here, so very well done there. and all the swarmos are right at his main base. He's got to go for the base race at this point here. That's exactly what we're going to do. So we're going to go to work here. Wouldn't mind seeing him maybe head up right into the main as well here right away, just to get rid of his production buildings. But at the same time, he is burrowed right in the base, so this is going to be a lot of trouble. I don't even think he can warp in enough units here to take all these out. All these locusts are really going to go to work here. Now starting to go for the main here. And a bunch of spine cars are trying to go down. None of them will probably get out here. And he will have to take on all of them. Will work on the Unitas Canal as well here. So it does look like it is going to be fairly close here. I'm not entirely sure who's going to win here. It does look like our good old HotFireStrat has a lot of money in the bank though. So he can start building up all over the map to at least keep some buildings going here. He is going to take out all the production buildings here, which is going to make big trouble. But at the same time, his opponent has enough units. He's got 28 swarmos on the map. So it's not like he needs a ton more. But at the same time, he is down in food count, 177 to 17. And he even put some drones through there. So did make use of those drones here. Did go to work. Did not want to kill the layer apparently here. Not too sure what his plan is. Don't know if... What is he doing? Okay, I thought he was going to base race, but apparently he is going to try and move back and fend this. Not too sure what his plan is at this point in time here. But at the same time, his opponent is retreating as well. Very interesting. So his opponent's electing to retreat. We kind of got into a halfway to base race, and then we all decided we're not going to base race. And they're both going to try and go and fend off their own bases, I guess. But he is actually going to head back over here and go back for the base race. So he's going to continue to attack his opponent. But at the same time, SKYTOSS has basically moved his units out. I'm not too sure why. He could have finished off the entire bases there. But at the same time, I don't think he could have survived. You're probably better off trying to get further down here so he can try and get rid of this army of HotFireStrat here. But I don't think he's got enough units to do so. It looks at this point like SKYTOSS will not be the victor in this one. But at the same time, we could be wrong. But he still does have a layer up there, but that's not going to do him a whole lot of good. His opponent's still sitting on 4 base. And he will continue to take out a little bit of creep spread. We'll go to work on these spine crawlers at the same time. But does have those swarmos sitting in a very good position there. And they have everything going down towards the Protoss army here. They're going to go to work. Spine crawlers are going to try and fend this off as long as they can. Their force fields let them go down to split those off. So very well done there, but that's way too many Colossi to deal with. SKYTOSS gives the GG. HotFireStrat, you are the victor. I give you my congrats, my condolences to you, SKYTOSS. I will leave you with this. If it ain't right, don't wipe the counters. You be good. Don't hurt nobody. Peace.